I'm going to do to this now is I'm going to 30 ml of gin. Okay. Okay. Now no muddling. Now instead of muddling, I'm going to use fire. I'm going to pass this around. I'm just going to show you how it happens. I'll first heat the alcohol. So what happens as the alcohol heats up, yeah, the vapors start rising, and the vapors will catch fire. Just going to kind of heat this slightly. Notice the alcohol catches fire. Okay. The vapors have got fire. I'm going to let this take place for some time so that as the alcohol heats up, it extracts the flavors of the grape into it. Karthik, they'll need ice cubes. Give me ice cubes also. I'm going to pass this around. Okay. A lighter. Just have it. Okay. Now, okay. Don't try it with your lighters. You might end up burning your fingers. I'm going to pass that the flamer. I'm going to pass the flamer around. So just. Mind you, you'll need to, the glass will not break, those are Pyrex glasses, so. Do this, which is why I'm saying, see, you might, it probably, it starts becoming hot and you burn yourself. So just hang on, I'm going to pass that around. Okay. If that's, okay. Now let it just burn for about 15 seconds or so and then just kind of blow it off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shaker, fill it with ice. Take a shaker, fill it with ice, and okay. Where is that ice? Yeah. You've taken the shaker full of ice. Now blow it off. Blow the flame off. Okay, and pour that alcohol and the grapes over the ice. Yeah, over the ice with the grapes. Yeah, with the grapes. And I'm going to add 30 ml of extra gin to this. Remember, since I set it on fire, some of it has evaporated. To make up for the lost amount of alcohol, I've added a bit more of gin. And to that, I'll add about 15 ml of cherry syrup. The cherry syrup is the one in the small shot glass. $15 ml of cherry syrup. Okay, I close the shaker and you give it a real hard shake. You want shake it really hard so that the grape tends to burst and break. Okay. Just take the shaker, smell it, and see. You should be able to get the fresh grapes. Now yes, now take one of these big fancy Collins glasses. No, no. Fill this with ice, the glass with ice. So, give some ice. That's enough. And this, now pour it. Now, the gin infused with grapes that you just kind of, created this concoction. Now pour it into the glass. Okay. And you top it up with a splash of Sprite. And once you've done that, as a garnish, okay, you garnish it with a few fresh grapes into the drink. Yeah, just put a few fresh grapes as the garnish. Whatever grape. There should be some more grapes. You added everything? Okay, not a problem. I'll send you some. Just get some fresh grapes. Okay. Otherwise, your drink is ready to drink. Gin, the same gin. Very nice, very fresh. You get the flavor of grapes in it. Yeah. The other alternative way to do this is to take gin, take grapes, let it infuse for a day. Okay. This is like a jhatpat method. It happens fast. You can do it with vodka. You can do it with vodka. You could do it with. You could take, say, triple sec, infuse grapes into it. Okay, but we call it a gin infused with grapes cooler. As another idea of infusions. Okay, I know the cocktail probably pretty nice. You're pretty kicked about it. infusion? No, it's just alcohol. This is just alcohol. We took the basil and the orange, stuffed it into the decanter, topped it up with the alcohol, let it sit for overnight. Once it is ready, you can serve it as a chill shot, or you can pour it over ice, top it up with soda, Sprite, use it as a part of a cocktail, anything. In fact, I'll be using it to create an alcoholic salad. That's what we're going to do towards the end. Okay. All right. Just as a few more ideas, okay. If you're ever hosting a party at home and if you want to do some really wacky bar snacks, okay. Nowadays, vegetable platters, freshly cut batons of, say, carrots and cucumber and radish and horseradish, all that stuff. It's fairly popular because they go down very well as health snacks. Okay, you can make them in a drunken form. Okay, now how do you do that? You take your selection of vegetables, cut them into long, thin strips, okay, and you toss them with gin or a bit of tequila, okay, and you serve it with your regular dip. Another thing that you could do is infuse gin with basil. Okay, and you could serve that as a chill shot with a platter of oysters. Okay, if you like oysters, if you like fresh oysters, that's another thing you can do. Fresh oyster with a chill shot of gin infused with basil, just like a bar snack. I'll share with you. We'll talk business later. That's infusions. Right. Tino. All right. We're sending out these. We keep sending out these bowls of calcium chloride on the table. Please don't drink them or taste them currently. Okay. We'll use them as a part of a recipe. It's not fatal. It's not fatal. It's just that it's slightly salty and strong to taste. Okay. Many times what happens, calcium chloride, if it's too strong, it cuts. Okay? It cuts your tongue. You get these cuts. Yeah. The same thing happens with when if you have anything that's too salty, you gorge on potato or on finger chips too much, that's too salty, you get cuts. You have too much of pan oil for that matter, yeah, the tuna, yeah. That's also a form of calcium, so cuts. That was infusions. I hope you've enjoyed the gin infused with grape, the recipe. Fairly interesting. All right. Whenever you're creating such infusions, think of any fruit. Fruits work extremely well with white spirits. Okay. With dark spirits, to give you an idea of dark spirits, what could you do with a dark spirit like a whiskey? What could you do with something like a brandy or a rum? Okay. Orange as a flavor works common across most of these spirit categories. But when it comes to dark spirits, you can get slightly more, you could put a twist to it. You could use tobacco as a flavoring, okay? Across gin, whiskey, brandy, and dark rum. Yeah, if you go to any one of these local shops, the ones that sell free tobacco, okay, loose tobacco, they also deal in, tobacco leaves. That's where they cut it out from, right? So just buy one leaf and to about a bottle of either a rum or a brandy or a whiskey, take one of these leaves and infuse it for about 2 days. So what you get is a dark spirit infused with tobacco. Okay, for a smoker, an alcoholic smoker, that's probably the best infusion. It's slightly strong but it's very nice and interesting.